Coming up next, a Legends Division matchup well worth the price of admission as Mr. USA Tony Atlas gets set to face the human wrecking machine Zeus in a one-on-one confrontation.
And we've got an update on Ballarat Jack, and the staff doctor says Mad Dog Mark McKay has succeeded in dislocating Jack Jones' kneecap, and B. Jack has been taken to a local hospital for treatment. What a way to put yourself on the map, huh?
The next match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing 272 pounds, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Whether in tag team competition with Rocky Johnson, or in singles action all on his own, Tony Atlas always delivers top-notch performances. Tonight's is looking a little bit tougher than usual, as Atlas gets set to rock it against an opponent that's at least as powerful as himself, but that's gonna make it a great matchup too. Just one that I'm not willing to try and pick a winner for.
Which makes perfect sense. But Christy, you know what? Tony Atlas has one advantage that Zeus does not have, and that is the fans are 100% behind Mr. USA Tony Atlas.
I'm pretty sure if you measured it by a show of hands, there'd be very few hands raised for the human wrecking machine Zeus.
His opponent, accompanied by Eric Bischoff from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 302 pounds, the human wrecking machine, Zeus.
Well, one half of the Eric Bischoff sponsored team of the human wrecking machine Zeus and the great Khali. Zeus out here all on his own this evening, set to go up against Mr. USA Tony Atlas, and it is going to be an explosive matchup. These two extremely powerful physical specimens, with perhaps Zeus having a little bit more of a weight advantage over Tony Atlas. But Mr. USA, as you say, Myron, he's got the support of the fans.
Right there with you 100%, Don. Zeus and Khali, big yes. Powerful yes. Popular? Well, let's not get psychotic.
And no kidding, when you got 20,000 people roughly making noise for your side, that can really motivate a wrestler towards a win, and a guy like Tony Atlas can feed off a crowd and do some amazing things.
Right you are, Christine, as the bell sounds. Zeus charges and falls flat on his face. Tony Atlas locks him up. He's got Zeus by the throat. Look at this right here. Hard shot to the midsection. I don't even think he's slowing Zeus down. Zeus whipped to the ropes, clothesline, finally takes him to the canvas. Mr. USA Tony Atlas gets countered. Zeus quickly back to his feet, follows it up with a stomp and another clothesline that fails to connect. Tony Atlas counters with an elbow to the face. Zeus whipped out onto the apron and brought back in the hard way. Tony Atlas, with a display of serious power, hard overhand right, takes Zeus down to the canvas. Tony Atlas all the way up on the top rope. Here we go, diving elbow across the back of the human wrecking machine, Zeus. Tony Atlas indeed firing on all cylinders here. Zeus with a counter and enziguri across the head. Tony Atlas. They lock up again. Cradle position. Turnbuckle into the back and pitched out center ring by Zeus. Eric Bischoff watching his client. Decided admiration here. Tony Atlas counters with an enziguri. Zeus back to his feet. Locks up with Atlas, whips him to the ropes. Clothesline takes him down to the mat. The human wrecking machine with Tony Atlas up over the shoulder. Oklahoma slam right in the center of the ring. A hard right, a hard left, another left, a collar and elbow. And up over the shoulder. And a back body drop. And momentum has shifted towards the human wrecking machine. Takes himself all the way up to the top rope. Tony Atlas laid out center ring, slowly getting back to his feet here. And boom, double axe handle right across the head. Zeus covers one, but only a one. Tony Atlas quickly powering out of that one. The human wrecking machine fails to connect with the leg drop, catches a stomp. Tony Atlas similarly fails to connect with the leg drop, catches a kick. Now Zeus with a hard stomp to the lower abdomen. Tony Atlas counters with a kick. Back to his feet. Mr. USA locks it up, whip to the ropes. Zeus collides with him. Atlas with a hard right goes behind. Hard shot to the back. Zeus counters with an elbow. They lock up again. The human wrecking machine choking Tony Atlas. Now Zeus putting the boots to the hands and fingers of Mr. USA. Atlas counters, gets back to his feet. The human wrecking machine Zeus slams Tony Atlas face first into the canvas and makes his way to the top rope yet again. And here we go. Whoa, diving headbutt. That one did connect. Zeus covers. 1, 2, but no. Tony Atlas quickly getting that shoulder back up. The human wrecking machine. Well, look. Oh, well, now that was just brutal. Absolutely savage. The crowd really letting Zeus hear it for that one. Tony Atlas fails to connect with the kick. Atlas whipped to the ropes on another clothesline. Zeus again fails to connect with that leg drop, catch himself right on the keister. And here's Eric Bischoff getting himself perfectly involved. Zeus quickly countered by Mr. USA with a chop block taken right back down to the mat. Zeus steps to the outside. Atlas, perhaps a little reticent to join Zeus on the outside of the ring as the referee continues his count. Zeus makes his way back inside. Tony Atlas waiting right there for him. Hard Irish whip to the ropes. And whoa, what a tackle right there. He took Zeus down hard. Hard overhand right. And a stomp to the back. Rebounds off the ropes, cross back. Whoa, look at that, beautiful. 1, 2, but only a 2. Zeus still with a little bit too much steam here. Tony Atlas stalking him. Zeus ducks out of the way, connects with a right. Tony Atlas counters with a kick. They lock up again. And Tony Atlas with Zeus up against the ropes. Where's this gonna go? Whoa, what a hard karate chop across the chest. Now driving the knee of Zeus into the canvas. Tony Atlas with a stomp to the shoulder. Mr. USA, knowing the power of Zeus and trying to counter it as best he can. Zeus making his way to his feet on the apron. And here comes Tony Atlas. A hard right hand doesn't take him down. Another hard right hand, and he's still hanging on. Tony Atlas drapes him over that top rope. Hard overhand right takes him down, slams his face right into the mat. And again, Eric Bischoff becoming personally involved in this situation as Zeus charges from behind. Running Bulldog takes Tony Atlas down to the mat. Zeus, short arm clothesline, steps over Atlas, does it again, steps over Atlas a third time, and nails the triple clothesline. Follows it up with a stomp to the midsection. Tony Atlas laid out center ring and in big trouble here as Zeus goes for a submission. With no ropes anywhere near Mr. USA. Atlas gonna have to use his power to break out, and he certainly does that and takes Zeus down. Tony Atlas gets locked up again. Zeus has got him up. Whoa, man, just a nasty scoop slam. Zeus rounding up Tony Atlas, has him by the throat. And whoa, look at this. Tony Atlas counters, connects with the left. And whoa, a one-arm slam. What kind of power does that take? Here we go. 1, 2, and again, Zeus finding the wherewithal to get out of that pin. Tony Atlas rounds him up a hard right hand. Zeus counters with an elbow to the face. Follows it up with a hard right to the back, and here we go, center ring into a bear hug, a submission hold again. Tony Atlas could be in big trouble right here. Zeus capable of squeezing the breath out of you. Tony Atlas delivers a couple of elbows to the side of the head of Zeus, and finally disengages the whole running clothesline, takes Zeus down. Now Mr. USA makes his way to the top turnbuckle, and here we go, misses with the crossbody. Zeus just a little bit too fast. Oh man, Zeus has got him by the throat and that ain't good. Big time chokeslam. As Zeus goes to recover, this could be it. 1, 2. No, Tony Atlas. Where's he getting it from? Eric Bischoff sneaking a chair in there, the referee removing that. Atlas in the corner. And Zeus sets up the charge. Oh, that's like getting run over by a bull. Tony Atlas counters with elbows. Locks up Zeus. Zeus counters with a knee to the midsection. Whip to the far corner is Tony Atlas. Zeus fails to connect with that charge. And whoa, hard kick. Takes Zeus down to the mat, rolls him out on the floor, and here comes Tony Atlas in hot pursuit. Mr. USA rounding up the human wrecking machine here. Oh, belly to belly suplex, practically on the back of that steel chair. And Zeus hoisted on his own petard by the plans of his manager Eric Bischoff as Tony Atlas starts teeing off on his inner leg. The referee counting. And Tony Atlas delivers a stomp to the shoulder of Zeus. Atlas rolls Zeus back into the ring, and here comes Mr. USA taking himself all the way up to the high rent district here. Elbow drop across the back of Zeus. Tony Atlas rolls him over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and that's the wrap party right there. Tony Atlas wins by pinfall over the human wrecking machine.
The time was 9 minutes and 11 seconds, and your winner, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Well, that match certainly turned out to be everything we expected. A battle of serious powerhouses with Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, finally prevailing in the end against the human wrecking machine Zeus in pretty spectacular fashion.
Yeah, I figured this was exactly how it was going to be. It turned out great.
Fans, we'll be back with more RWL Rage right after the break, so don't you go away.